Behind the headline-grabbing on-screen talent of this year's Oscar nominees, there are hundreds of people excelling in technical brilliance. Visual effects, hair and makeup, music and production design, often taken for granted, but vital to the movie-making process. Hollywood is the obvious focal point for the film industry, but it's no longer all about Tinseltown. Many of the men and women who've wowed the Academy this time round are based not here, but back in Britain.
We used to look up in the sky and wonder at our place in the stars.
Paul Franklin has already won an Oscar, and he's been nominated again for the visual effects he produced for Christopher Nolan's Interstellar.
Any movie is a collaboration of all sorts of different skills and talents, and in the case of Interstellar, visual effects is very much part of that process. It's at the heart of the storytelling, and I think we created some very unusual imagery. We worked very, very hard to give everything a level of reality and believability in what is really quite a fantastic story.
Film is not just about what we see, it's also about what we hear, with the soundtrack of a movie another tool in telling the story. Gary Yershon has been recognised for his score on Mike Leigh's Mr Turner.
Mr Turner seems to have taken leave of form altogether.
Our silences and our choice not to use music was as significant, as important, as considered as when we use music, and Mike liberated space for the music to have quite a powerful impact, which I think is how it got recognised and listened to.
Take your hands off my lobby boy!
Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel tops the list of nominated films with a total of 9 Oscars. The cast's hair and makeup were an essential part of creating his hyper-stylised look.
Gustav, who's this one, he only loves women that are blonde. Hence we wanted Rafe to have a slightly gold tinge to his hair.
And that was down to Frances Hannon.
My feeling on film, whatever you're doing, is less is more. If you're distracted by it, then there's something not quite right, it isn't sitting well. But if it's invisible, but there still gives a feeling of the period or the character, or whatever it is you're trying to portray, then you've got it right. So for me, I hope I got it because the work's invisible.
The skills, however, Britain boasts are far from invisible, and that talent combined with attractive tax breaks means more movies than ever are being based here. Lucy Cotter, Sky News.